How did Lupe Fiasco become financially free? We're going to talk about that in this video. Starting with some background, Lupe Fiasco, born Wasalu Jocko, is a music artist from Chicago. Shout out to Chicago. Also an entrepreneur and investor. For me, Lupe Fiasco reminds me of my middle school and high school days. He started his first business at 19, which shows the drive that Lupe Fiasco had because he wanted to be more than music. During his career, he has set up multiple revenue streams in different industries, which we are here to talk about. Going into music, Lupe Fiasco has released 15 plus projects throughout his career. Lasers was his top selling album first week with 204,000 sales, followed up by The Cool, which sold 143,000 first week. With Lupe Fiasco still needing to report to Atlantic Records, this did cause issues over his music ownership, even going as far as him asking to sign a 360 deal in exchange for his masters, doing a complete reverse of what was going on before he left in 2015. He was willing to sign that 360 deal to make all the money on the back end instead of the front end. He still was making millions from the front end with those 204,000 first week sales. This just shows the focus of his long-term plans. Lupe started his own label, First and 15th Entertainment, at 19 years old and actually rejected signing to Jay-Z's Rockefeller, which sounds crazy considering the empire that Jay-Z built up during that time. He chose to put the value to himself and stay independent until he signed to Atlantic Records in 2006. His label, First and 15th Entertainment, became a sub-label to Atlantic Records with that deal. Now, I already talked about some of the struggles that Lupe had under Atlantic, but since 2015, he has been officially independent under his own label. Lupe Fiasco does not sell anywhere close to the album sales he had in his 2000s run, but he strategized and executed in other areas of business to prepare him for when this would happen. Now, talking about investments, in 2013, Lupe Fiasco became an investor in the health engagement company HIGI. HIGI kiosks can be found throughout US pharmacies that allow for user self-screening. 9 years after Lupe's investment, HIGI was acquired by Babylon Health, which just went public in markets, being valued at $4.2 billion. Lupe most likely had a very small percentage owned by the company, but even having less than 1% of $4.2 billion is multi-million returns. In 2015, Lupe Fiasco partnered with Google executive Deanne Eisnor to create a venture capitalist firm, the Neighborhood Start Fund. The purpose of this was to find major startups that can give back to the neighborhood, like the title. Companies need to apply first, then pitch their ideas. This fund is a great way to give back and have startups come to you for help. One major investment from the Neighborhood Startup Fund was in TrueCircle, which looks to improve mental health therapy. Overall, Lupe Fiasco knew he needed to be more than music, and that's what he did with his investments. This leads me to the question, what is next for Lupe Fiasco? He is still releasing music here and there, but I think we will get more independent releases over time. His focuses shifted years ago to create income streams through his investments, and I think we will continue to see that happen, like with HIGI and TrueCircle. He currently holds classes at MIT as a teacher, which is something that I can see him doing a lot more. He was always focused on long-term strategies starting at 19, and I don't think that will change in the future. In summary, Lupe Fiasco has made millions from his music through upfront sales, but then had label issues when dealing with the back end. He is now independent, completely focusing on long-term income through owning his music, owning his businesses, and investing in others. Lupe Fiasco is all for sharing the knowledge, which will continue to help up-and-coming artists and businesses grow to be successful. Lupe has only cared about long-term strategy, which can now be seen with him being financially free. And that is how Lupe Fiasco became financially free. I hope you found this video informational. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe, as well as let me know who I should talk about next. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.